It's time for Did You Watch It?
How does this show work? We watch what we like, we talk about what we watched, and maybe you'll like what you hear. I'm Liz.
I'm Isabelle. Last night we watched episode 8 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 5. The show aired on Tuesday, January 6th, 2015. Here's what we thought.
Is it like a full moon or something?
I think it's one of those like blue moons. You know, they supposedly come around and it's like the super bright moon.
I don't even know how to say what I know other than what's going on? What the hell is going on?
You know, you and I both have the same level of confusion about this whole episode because
I get it.
Brandi and Vanderpump.
Their lunch was the most awkward lunch I've ever...
All in caps?
Yes! Terrible!
No, it was.
It was like, you apologize. No, you apologize. No, you. Somebody's got to take the first step, right? Make the first move.
I agree, and I think Lisa Vanderpump was very gracious to accept Brandi's offer of meeting for lunch. But I know we talked about this last week, and Brandi seems to think that once they say sorry, they're back to where they were before, and they're besties, and they're hanging out, and she's hanging out with her and Ken, and no, that's just not how it works.
In Brandyland.
In Brandyland.
I know. I hate to say this.
Kind of what?
Kind of a visitor of Brandyland sometimes. From the standpoint of when you say you've forgiven and moved on, you kind of want to just forgive and move on, right? So I don't want to hold grudges. I don't want to keep score. I don't want to be all weird with someone. I want to just be the same with someone. Just kind of make it easy breezy, whatever.
No, and I agree, but I think Brandi needs to respect Lisa's feelings with regards to how hurt she is by this whole situation.
But it's been 2 years. When is she going to be unhurt?
Well, we can ask the same thing of Brandi. When is she going to stop talking about Sheena and how she still works for Lisa Vanderpump? And did you know that Sheena cheated on her husband? It's just... Here's a note to Brandi, and I'm taking this up from Neil.
I know. I was going to say, wait a minute. You have a note?
Note to.
That is such a Neil-ism.
It's synced in. So note to Brandi, maybe it's time to move on. I did a little bit of research.
Okay.
So.
Oh, God. You're doing research now, too?
July 2009 is when they separated, right?
Okay.
After everything came to head. August 2009... divorce has been filed.
Okay.
And then it was finalized September 30th, 2010. So what year is it now? 2015, right?
Okay.
So it's been well over 4 years, Brandi. Move the hell on. Okay. Can we stop talking about Sheena and the fact that she works for Lisa Vanderpump? Move the hell on.
All right. I get it. I just, yeah. Okay, so we see a little bit of Bella. We see a little bit of Yolanda talking about her disappointment with Bella and all that. Mm-hmm. Here's what I didn't understand. Bella's a model now, too?
Yeah, she's been modeling, I want to say the last year or so. I remember seeing something about this last year.
This is the new thing. So she's kind of following in Gigi's footsteps, per se.
No, she is. But okay. I don't know that she started as... Oh, wait, no, because I don't... Well, how old is Bella? Because I think...
She's 17.
She's 17. Okay, so I think Yolanda said at some point that she didn't want her girls or her kids to do modeling until they were at least 16 or 17.
Okay,
she didn't want them to start super young.
This is a new thing. I just didn't put that together, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, now Bella's modeling and moving to New York and getting an apartment, too?
And I think she's going to go to school there, too. So...
She is.
Okay, can I just say Yolanda's an awesome mom?
Oh my gosh, Yolanda's an awesome everything.
Yes, we have talked about this before.
Be her. I want to go to the Yolanda Foster School of being an awesome human being because she's just, is there nothing she can't do? It used to totally irritate me in the beginning, but now I just have mad respect for her and I just see this kind-hearted, like really sweet side of her. More so than the Dutch side of her that was just kind of in your face in the beginning. Now she's just, she's been through this whole Lyme disease thing and I don't know, she's super sweet. I really like her. I want to be her friend.
I want to be friends with Eileen and with Lisa Rinna And Lisa Vanderpump, of course.
But that doesn't make us rabid fans like Brandi showed herself to be.
Oh my God. This lunch with Lisa Rinna, Yolanda, Eileen, and Brandi.
Yes.
Beautiful location. It seems that they were all getting along,
Everybody
right?
looked nice. Everybody was having a great time.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, this is kind of a foursome I could hang with. Like, I think this is going to be a good foursome of girls hanging out, doing stuff together, whatever. And then there was a little too much wine, Brandi.
When is there ever not too much? Yeah.
Exactly.
I can't even think straight because I was so confused by this situation. I thought, okay, Brandi's actually on track. And then when Eileen's talking about how she met her husband Vince, the fact that they were both married to other people.
Oh,
and
Lord.
they kind
I could see it coming. I could just see something come over Brandi's face. It was kind of like that sheath of... I don't know what do you call it? Not jealousy, but just like
rage.
I'm going to let you have it because you're another woman who took somebody else's man away from them or whatever, which I get the feeling because if you've been cheated on, that's an awful thing.
Oh, of course.
But it was just so in Eileen's face. And, you know, she wasn't making any excuses for her behavior. She was just saying, look, this is how it is. But I get what Brandi said when she said, look, either you break up with them and then start dating, don't have an affair. And I agree with that concept as well. It's like, why do you have to cheat? Just break up or go through a divorce and then start dating the person. Don't do them both at the same time.
True. I liked Eileen's response. She was aware of Brandi's situation and she's empathetic towards it, but she said something along the lines about a third person just can't come in and break up a marriage.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
It takes two people to tango. One person's not just going to come in and wreck everything up.
Exactly. It takes two willing participants.
Absolutely. You know, Eileen was just pretty much on the nose like, well, you can't put everything on the woman or whoever the third party is because...
The third party has a lot to do with it, but the fact that your partner is willing to betray you and be with someone else... You gotta look there, too.
Exactly. And that's what Brandi needs to look at. She needs to be more mad at Eddie than Sheena or whoever else he was fooling around with.
You don't really see her saying a lot, or hear her, rather, saying a lot of stuff about Eddie, right? She does talk about Leanne and she does talk about Sheena, but maybe they just edit that out. I don't know.
Well, I know that she certainly has a lot to say on Twitter.
She twats a lot?
She twats a lot.
Sorry.
I know, I was like, tweet? I'm like, oh, I know, it's Twitter.
Kathy Griffin.
Oh, goodness.
She's just ingrained in my head sometimes. I can't help it.
I know. But here's the thing. What surprised me is when Brandi throws a glass of wine at Eileen, it's not because of the whole cheating thing. It's because obviously she wants to get into this soap opera mindset.
Dude, it's totally bizarre. Who does that? Who says, oh, you know, I want you to get in character, so let me throw the rest of my wine at you?
Say the line as you said it today. And Eileen's kind of like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. It looks like it was a lovely party.
It was beautiful, as all of the Foster's parties are.
Of course.
Right? I don't think they would have a non-amazing party because she's a great planner. Hello. She just loves putting everything together. I get that. Oh, how did you like the fact that she just randomly walks into the library and who's sitting there? Oh, Babyface. Are you kidding me right now?
Well, her husband is a huge music producer, so it's
so
safe
funny
to say
to like see her open the door and there's Babyface just hanging out.
I loved how David was asking Vanderpump later on, so do you know who all these people are? Because of course Vanderpump is going to know all these people, and so she couldn't. She remembered Babyface's wife's name, Stacy or whatever her name was, but the fact that she called Babyface, and she's like, Poppa-Face?
I know. Right? It was crazy. Poppa-Face? What? No, that's Big
she
Poppa.
Was close.
From Housewives of Atlanta.
Right.
That was Kim Zolciak's dude. She was having an affair with Big Poppa.
Exactly.
Yeah. No.
Big Poppa. But yes, when she said Poppa-Face, I was dying.
I know. It's so Lisa.
Let's talk about Brandi's,
Her behavior was so strange. Well, she was getting more and more tipsy, right, as the evening went on.
When she apologized to Eileen...
I thought that was great.
Well, wasn't it weird that she gave her a gift? She gave her some sort of, necklace. I thought that was strange. I'm like, no, just say sorry and be done with it.
And it wasn't so much the fact that she gave her the gift, but she just, pulled the necklace out of her ass, basically, or whatever. It's like, what, did you have that in your pocket? She just pulled it out,
purse or something,
and handed it to her. It wasn't even in a box or wrapped or anything. That was what I thought was weird. It's like, here, I found this necklace in my jewelry case, and I want to give it to you.
I think you might like it.
It's just, it doesn't go with your outfit, but here. I mean, it's just so crazy.
I thought it was just strange to give a gift, period. It's not like she's known Eileen for very long. And it's and a simple, I'm very sorry, I shouldn't have done that, would have sufficed. And I think even Eileen was taken aback because she just looked at Brandi like, okay.
I mean, it was a sweet gesture, but it was just, like, the whole thing was strange. That's what I mean. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone watching all of this, because when Eileen and Lisa Rinna were talking about it later, and they were just kind of talking about Brandi and saying how childlike she appears.
Yeah.
Like they want to kind of take care of her, and then they want to slap her at the same time. I can understand having those feelings, because you don't know what to do with it. It's so inappropriate on so many levels. Oh, and when she was having the conversation about I'm not even going to say it, but you know what? The,
when
they were making up the song. Let's not even repeat it. It's too disgusting to repeat. But
dealing with a sexual act.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm thinking, well, is that really necessary?
But you're sitting there with David Foster and Babyface and like a room full of 20 people that some of them you don't even know, and you're going to talk about that?
Hey, at least she didn't bring up her vaginal rejuvenation or whatever.
I guess that's growth. Maybe. I don't know.
Hey, does everyone want to see how it looks? That would have been worse. Wasn't Brandi a model before? But I know she did something like with makeup she was involved in the industry somehow. She probably still is. And she said that she highly admires Eileen and is a big fan, blah, 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 blah.
Lisa Rinna, Days of Our Lives.
Exactly. So for as long as she's been a fan of these people, and for as long as she's been working in Hollywood, had you not learned how to keep your cool around famous people? Hello?
That's the whole thing, too, is I don't get that. Those two things don't go together. If you're a model and you've been around it, you're married to Eddie Cibrian, you're in the industry, you're in Hollywood, how do you not, like the rest of us, we see filming and we're like, oh, that's cool, and we keep going, because it happens all the time.
Exactly.
It's not a big deal.
Like, oh, hey, that's awesome. Do I see someone? Very cool.
I know.
And then on we go with our day.
And if it's somebody that you admire, you go up and you say, oh, thank you so much, I love watching you, or whatever. And you move on. You don't like pull up a seat and throw wine in their face.
Give me your best line.
Oh my gosh. When Brandi was criticizing Babyface's wife's ring, could you just die?
Oh my God. I wish I was at this party and I would have slapped her or something.
Well, all of them.
Who says that? Something about like you need a bigger ring, or the bigger the ring, that means he's cheating, or I don't even know what she was saying. It made no sense whatsoever.
I love what he said to her, though. He really called her out, because in response, he said, oh, I think that's maybe how you feel because of what you've been through. Yeah, but he didn't say it in a mean way. He said it kind of in a
sad. You're a sad sack.
I think he felt bad for her. He wasn't trying to pity her, but he was just saying, I understand.
He was more diplomatic than I would have been, for sure.
Well, because, he's Babyface.
But he did say something about the fact that it came from his heart, or that it's just a symbol, but it's not going to replace his love or something,
It's a symbol of your love.
Brandi needs help.
She totally does.
Maybe she needs to go to rehab or something.
Well, I think she just needs a hug. A.
And a slap in the face.
Here I go with the alphabet again, too. A, she needs a hug. B, she needs to go to rehab. C, no. I just think she's trying to just cover up so much hurt.
She just needs to go to therapy. Yeah. Maybe it's the therapy.
She needs to talk to somebody about it. Exactly. And kind of process all this crap that's happened. Shoot, I would. I have.
Why not?
Well, let's not go there. That's a whole nother show.
Oh, well, no, but I'm just saying, why not? Yes. I mean, there's plenty of therapists in LA.
And that's what we do, right? We get in touch with who we really are, and what's really going on.
You're sounding very zen right now, my dear.
I know. We kind of want to look at that, don't we? I've had a zen week. Maybe that's the deal. Too much introspection.
It could be.
Can there be too much introspection? I think maybe.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's been a little too much this week. I needed a little Real Housewives to kind of get me laughing, and definitely my jaw dropping over Brandi for sure.
No, this episode was kind of crazy, and I think it just showcased how crazy she can get. Because I don't think we've seen snippets of it here and there, but this has just been one long episode talking about, look at crazy Brandi, look at crazy Brandi.
Every time we turned around, something was happening. How old were you when you learned to do laundry? Come on! Kyle and Alexia.
High school? Or I would help my mom with laundry,
I was like
and I started doing a lot of it.
And we were doing our own laundry. I was helping
I didn't do my own laundry until much later, but I did know how to do it, and I would help, and that became my job because I stayed here for college. I did community college, so before I transferred out, I did everyone's laundry on Saturdays.
Exactly. Okay, that was one thing I did want to talk about because I wanted to take a survey. Survey says at least 12 or 13 you should be doing laundry.
I think I kind of knew what to do, like around 15 or 16, but I didn't always do it on my own. But I did help out, you know. Well, I knew,
Yes. Okay.
And it's just a matter of, I know all the whites have to be together, you put all the colors, all the dark colors, and, you don't mix them all up.
For me, it's all the blacks have to be together.
Yep. All the dark colors, yep.
Yeah. That's all I have. Just black clothing and then dry cleaning, basically.
Yeah.
That's our time for today. You can follow us on Twitter at @DidTheLetterU.WatchIt. You can also find us at iTunes. Let us know what you think. Thank you for listening.